order to be successful and happy, you have to be able to do what you want and get what you need in life. Your money mindset is very important in this. So you want to develop a positive relationship with money in order to get to the life that you want. My name is Claire, and on this channel, my goal is to help you find success, happiness, self-love, and level up your life. Subscribe now for more videos on self-improvement. One aspect of money management is learning how to save your money. It's better to learn how to save your money now and invest wisely than to squander all of your money and have nothing to build on in the future. Saving money is simple, and all it takes is a little bit of thought and learning healthy habits. Here are my top tips to saving money so that it can continue to grow for you. Create a budget for everything that you have to spend each month, and do not exceed that. If you have a grocery budget, gas, rent, phone bill, etc., use this as a guideline so that you know where you're supposed to spend your money and when you shouldn't. It's a great way to keep yourself accountable. Meal prep instead of going out to eat. This one is a huge one. A lot of people spend tons of money going out to eat daily or multiple times per week. This drains your bank account and it makes it very hard to save money. Just by practicing your meal prep, making food at home, and having leftovers in the fridge and the freezer, you will be saving yourself so much money. Do home workouts instead of going to the gym. A lot of times having a gym membership is something that's really going to be costing us monthly, and some of us may not even be going to the gym enough times to make it worth it. Now, this is, of course, just a thought, but if you're one of those people who is self-motivated and can do a workout from home, this might be a great way to save some money every month. You can even purchase your workout equipment online, and that way you save the gym membership and you have workouts at home that you can do easily. Rent from a private party where there are no excess fees, parking fees, or maintenance fees on the property. If you're really trying to save money and you can do this safely, live with a roommate and split the costs. Now, you want to make sure that your living situation is your priority, so whatever you do, make sure that you are in a safe environment with a safe roommate. But other than that, being with a roommate can actually save you a lot of money. You can split the internet bill. You won't have to have an entire apartment all under your own responsibility because a lot of the responsibilities are shared. This can end up being a huge portion of your income that you actually get to save. It's always good to have a list of everything that you want to get when you go grocery shopping. That way you won't be distracted by the sweet treats in the middle aisle or the random snacks that you don't need. You also want to make sure that you stick to whole foods as much as possible. Not only do they help you save money, but they're also usually healthier for you than if you were to purchase processed foods that have added preservatives, sugars, salt, etc. Prepare your vegetables and perishables in a way that you can freeze them. So instead of going to the grocery store and getting pre-cut items that you're going to use later, sometimes it's better to cut up your vegetables by yourself and freeze them so that they don't go to waste. Purchase a used car that will get you from A to B easily and with good gas mileage. So if you need transportation, I would definitely suggest saving your money up and purchasing a reasonable car. Nothing fancy, but just something that's going to allow you to go to work and allow you to earn and save more money. That way you can avoid car payments, avoid interest, and have a fully reliable car anyway. Another option, if you are not ready to purchase a car, is to carpool with friends or coworkers, take the public transportation, or bike. If you have a bike and you're in a bike-friendly area, find a way to bike to work or to school. That's a really great way to not only save money, but also it's a really great way to exercise. Open up a savings account. So even if you are just barely saving money, Opening up a savings account is going to be a motivator for you because you can watch it grow. It's also a great idea to put your money into a high interest savings account so that as it grows, it will also accrue interest. And one of my favorite ones is ally.com. They have a very good interest rate for opening a savings account with them online. I will link that below. Avoid impulse buying. So that means everything from purchasing something just because it's on sale to buying something in the moment just because you're hanging out with friends and you feel compelled that you have to buy something because they're buying something, or even getting yourself into situations where you might be pressured to purchase something without thinking about it. It's always better to take a step back and think to yourself if you really need these items before you purchase them. If you are at the store and you see something that you like, feel free to take a photo of it, but you don't have to impulse buy just because you're there on the moment. And unless you really do need this item right now, chances are you can wait. Pack a lunch to take with you to work or school. A lot of people will end up spending money throughout the day because they are at work, they're busy, they weren't able to plan a lunch ahead of time, and so they just go out to eat because that's convenient and it's their only option. If you can plan ahead of time and prepare food for work or for school, then you won't have to worry about buying anything on the spot. And it's going to be great for your pocketbook. Recognize wasteful spending habits and change them. So for example, if you realize that you go out with your friends every week to the mall and you end up buying things when you said that you wouldn't, then maybe you should change your habits and either work on your impulse buying or suggest other places that you can go with your friends. So keep in mind the situations and the habits that you have that you could change to cut down on spending. Keep your makeup simple. For those of us who like to wear makeup, you don't need a lot to look professional. You can actually save money by staying away from the latest makeup, palettes, new arrivals, and stick to the basics. And when one of these items does get low, then you can feel free to replace it with one of the new products that you've been wanting. Drink more water. This one is a great one. Not only is it very healthy and good for you, but it also saves you a ton of money. You do not have to go out and buy drinks and sodas. You can cut your spending so much by purchasing a refillable water bottle and using that throughout your day. Water is free after all, especially when you don't even have to buy the water bottle. Keep items new and save your receipts. This way, if you get that new dress home or that new gadget home and you decide that it's just not right for you, you have everything you need to return it. Write a list of everything that you need. For example, wardrobe essentials, makeup, food, shoes, etc. Once you have these items written down, you will know exactly what you should be buying and what you should be avoiding. And if things change, you can update it. This will keep you accountable because once you have the essentials, then everything else is really just not necessary, and it's a great way to keep the clutter down. If you are a college student, get financial aid or apply to grants and scholarships. A lot of times there are plenty of scholarships and grants available to students if you write an essay and you keep a certain GPA. There's also financial aid for people who have a certain income level in their family. So definitely use these resources as much as possible. Your goal should really be to get through college with as little debt and expenses as possible. If you're a minority, ask about diversity scholarships. If you get good grades, ask about academic scholarships. Who knows, college might just pay itself for you. Keep your phone for a few years instead of upgrading every single year. Sometimes consumerism gets in the way and makes us think that we need things that we really don't. If your phone is fully functional and works for you, then why not keep it for a while? If you really need to upgrade in a few years, then you can think about that later. But for now, your phone works just fine. Keep a low phone plan. Sometimes phone plans can be misleading and make you think that you need extra features that you just don't need. Sometimes all you need is unlimited talk and text, and I've actually found one, which I will link below, that is only $18 a month. Now keep in mind it is very basic, but for those of you who really want to save money, this can actually be very beneficial. Get books from the library instead of purchasing them new. Of course, reading and studying and learning is always great and very important, but you don't have to buy a brand new book on Amazon in order to have access to it. So use your public library. For college students, a lot of times you can actually purchase used books on Amazon instead of buying them new from your college bookstore. So look into that whenever you have your new class books. Avoid loans, interest, and credit cards as much as possible. Unless you are building credit actively and you can pay off every single month of credit card use, you should not be using a credit card. You want to make sure that you have enough savings that every month you will be able to take care of all your bills without going into debt and without having interest accrue on top of that. So that goes for student debt, that goes for credit card debt, and loans of all sorts. You only want to use these if you're very aware of what you're doing. If you have a job and it offers 401k, use it. This is one of the features that jobs offer you where they will match a certain amount of your income if you just dedicate it to a 401k. Sure, you won't be able to use that money right away, but you are creating a savings account. It is essentially free money, so go ahead and use it. Alright everyone, those are some of my main tips for saving money. Please go ahead and like this video, subscribe for more, and I will see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching.